Welcome to Sad Boys, a podcast about feelings and other things also. I'm Jarvis.
That was badass.
Yeah.
I'll do it too.
Okay.
I'm Jordan.
Nice, man.
Yeah,
that was really
badass,
good.
right?
That was great.
Rock and roll.
You're so good at this.
I'm Jordan.
Did you say I'm Jorm?
I'm Jordan.
I'm Jorm.
Isn't it? I love you in Dinosaur. Rawr.
Rawr.
Right? That was a good time. People really missed
miss
out on
rawr.
MySpace mindset.
Yeah.
Although I feel like I'm seeing it ironically from, frankly, a bunch of posers. Bunch of Zoomers that were not alive at the time.
There's a new app that kind of has mind space. That kind of has MySpace stuff. MySpace is actually my new meditation app.
It controls your mind.
Yeah. There is like a new app called the No Place it's No Place app.
KNOW?
No, just NO. And it's like it's got a very MySpacey aesthetic.
Nice.
Yeah.
Customizable. Top 5 friends.
Yeah, I think there's a top 8 on it.
Nice. Were you ever emotionally?
I think it's one of the top apps right now.
You ever invested in that I guess discourse amongst the greater friend community? Who's in my top?
I think I was a little too young for that to be like a discussion.
For it to be like numerical.
Or for it to be like drama.
Yeah.
Because
I only did it on Bebo, and it was years later. Like MySpace, I did miss out. I missed out on that.
I was
entirely.
a Zanga guy.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Yeah, I was a Zanga guy, and then MySpace crept in for a moment before Facebook, and there was like a little
Tom
bit.
sneaked up on you. Like,
Yeah,
look at
there
this.
was a let's see, in the Random podcast.
Of course. The preeminent
The
forefather of
yeah,
servers.
it's like the prequel to Sad Boys. We do talk about MySpace, and I reference. It's kind of like you could do a Sad Boys bingo to it because I reference the sex bots the porn bots on MySpace, sending you DMs.
Dude, we've learned nothing as a culture.
I know we've learned nothing as a society, or we've learned that death taxes and porn bots in your DMs are like the 3 incontrovertible truths.
I mean,
Sorry, that was kind of a banger to not know the word I was thinking of and then pop out incontrovertible.
you were able to do better than the word you would have been thinking of. I mean, the one other possibility is that there are hot milfs in my area that would love to.
That is true.
I don't know, hang out. It's never that clear. It's not like sometimes like the hot milfs in your area that want to fuck, and then sometimes it's just like, hi, I'm an attractive person. Do you want to FaceTime?
Yeah, it's like I want to find hot singles in my area to play a Baldur's Gate campaign.
Oh, dude. Well, they better know how to play and how to optimize.
That actually, they're like, I'm gonna multi-class. I'm gonna do the swords bard thing. Just a few levels. I'm gonna dip, and then maybe I'm gonna go bard lock, or maybe I'm gonna
fanning
go
myself.
Yeah,
as
exactly. And I'm like,
Johnson.
wowza.
Oh, I'm sorry. So you're going
Wowza.
monk
I
with
mean,
just a
how
couple
do I
levels
just
in
throw bits your way? How do I subscribe?
an extra bonus action for your thief? I mean, she's got it all. I'm shoving Katie
Oh
out
my
of the door.
god.
He's wasting my time. Katie.
Yeah, because you're just like, do you want to go assassin? And you're like, no. I know that's
You fool.
Yeah, I know that can do some stuff, but especially if you're going like Gloomstalker
Pushing up my
or
glasses.
something.
Like,
But
that's
I'm
what
thinking
you might think.
I'm thinking a second bonus action. I almost said trickery domain, but it's what is it called?
For
When you
thief?
get
For the second bonus action?
Yeah.
It is a trickery domain.
But it is a trickery. It's like
Tricksy.
trickery is trickster. It's like what they do. Trickery domain is Shadowheart's cleric
default,
subclass,
and
it's a bad default.
It's cringe. I will say, congrats on winning Shadowheart's heart.
Yeah.
And I'm not pissed.
I'm thinking about building a Shadowheart commander deck. Oh, he's not okay. Thinking about building a Shadowheart commander deck. Sorry.
Not pissed.
Okay, you seem pissed.
This
I
is
also was
holding
telling.
my glass.
I was
Crush
also
my
telling.
glasses.
Yeah, I was like, this is how you crush your glasses every time.
I know.
I was telling Katie that we famously hate Minsk, but Minsk and Boo is a very, very good legendary creature, and in Magic the Gathering, and I think that to like prank you, I should build a disgusting Minsk and Boo deck, like just like an extremely overpowered.
Well, then maybe I can play against it and get the satisfaction of at least killing that.
You do get to kill Boo a lot of times because I think he like creates Boo tokens and then can throw them.
Respect.
Yeah.
Oh, like I did.
Yeah, exactly.
After I killed Minsk and I threw Boo at a box. I tell you what, he didn't come back that time. Actually, well, I mean, speaking of MySpace Bebo energy, that's why I don't like Minsk. He's too epically random. Yes, I think I might just have a hamster right now.
A hamster, you say?
How are you? We've actually been hanging out a long time today.
Yeah, it's been a long hang. We had a lot of breaks. We had a lot of things going on.
Big ass sandwich that I'm trying to power through sleepiness.
Oh, that was so good though. I want more coffee, but I know that I can't handle more coffee. It's one of those days. I just had a random anxiety blast. You ever feel that way where you just get like a sense of dread course through your body and you don't know why?
It's like a useless version of Jimmy Neutron brain blast.
Right.
It goes in your brain, has the same animation except it's just like a sad clown.
It's like a brainstorm, but not in a productive way. Oh no! I need to run for cover.
Yeah. Literally unconditionally, just that like out of nowhere kind of.
Yeah. Where I was like, "What's this?" And it's like we just had a internet technician come. And we had to reschedule it because like there's some issues and I need to like get those issues solved. And I'm like, another thing to the pile.
Jeez, the internet? This will never take off.
Yeah.
We're recording this in the 80s.
Been dying to have good internet for so long and we thought it was finally coming today, but we have to hit the snooze button, kick it off for a little while.
Back to dial-up.
Back to dial-up we go. Back to the times of Minsk.
Remember those days?
I do remember those days.
Somebody just picked up the phone.
Oh, who did that?
There goes the Matrix Online session.
I would get a connection lost trying to reconnect on RuneScape, and I would like turn into a Karen in my own house. I'd be like, "Who did that? Let me speak to the manager."
My Iron Man.
Yeah, well, at the time it was my only man.
Just vanilla, yeah. Vanilla man. Yeah, how the hell are you, dude? I mean, we've been hanging out.
Yeah, we've been hanging. I'm fine.
Oh, I just say real quick. Jarvis gave me a gift today.
Oh, I did.
He gave me a Commander deck.
I did.
That was really nice. Look at this.
Smile. Yeah, you're so happy. Oh, wait, you look less happy a little bit. You look like it. Now you look sad. Now you on the brink of tears. Now you're throwing a tantrum. You're a child and you're happy actually. Yeah. Wow. Oh no. This is what a baby is like, I guess. They go through a lot of different emotions.
Yeah. I'm growing up.
Yeah. Oh no, you're so large.
Shut up, Dad.
You're mostly leg now.
Yeah, mostly leg. Oh, dude, that fucking photo somebody found of me on Yelp. It was like a review for a theater that I'd been to.
That's so funny.
And I'm in the photo. And I think that focal length, no one has ever seen the amount of leg I am. I think this angle, like maybe disproportional. You don't see it in my videos.
Yeah.
It gets even in some photos that you can't tell. I think I'm 60 to 70% leg. I'm a long legs.
I did kind of like lean forward the other day and I looked at myself and then I was like, is my torso small or am I just like scrunching up my body? Also, Dipper's here. I don't know if he's on camera.
You did.
Dipper. Hey, bud.
SAG rules are we have to pay him if he's on camera.
Oh, yeah. He's.
Okay,
yeah, there he goes. That's a guy.
Dip. Oh, long day.
Oh, look at that.
Long day, huh? You just got back from the office.
He just got back from the office. He had this like had a dog like bite him, and they shaved. We like took him to the vet and they shaved it just to make sure he didn't have any like a deep wound. But the weird thing is, his hair grew back in the area that the wound area. And then it hasn't grown back nearly as fast in the rest of the area that they shaved. Yeah. So now he has like a weird patch of hair. Yeah, it's like a soul patch on his neck.
I came onto the show and I just had like a very early 2000s soul patch, like the stripe, right? Yeah. The landing strip on my face.
Yeah. Oh.
And I just
like very thick.
You mentioned it. Like obviously I tend to be like, oh, like like it, don't like it when you do that, etc. You probably say you look really good, that you look so fucking good today. Jack, goddamn.
Yeah. Always saying that.
Scrumptious, trom nom nom nom. I love you, dinosaur.
Sorry, that's only on AO3.
Yeah, I believe that did happen in a novel about us or something.
Right.
There is absolutely no way I want anyone in the comments to mention it. Like, we ban every single related word. Soul, gone. No way. Patch, facial hair, nothing. Next episode I come back, it's gone. And if anyone mentions it, they get blocked.
Right.
like it's like something that happened to me. Like I got a soul patch for a while. I'm like, I'd rather not talk
Yeah,
about
it's like, please, come on,
Jesus,
guys.
kinda
Don't
personal.
let's have a little sensitivity here.
Jesus.
Sometimes somebody gets stricken with a soul patch.
it. God judged me.
Yeah.
God challenges his greatest soldiers with the worst facial hair.
That's kind of like when my dad got a perm and a mustache at the same time.
This is Curtis. Is your dad
This is in
Curtis?
the 80s.
Anastasia
I don't-
Connor.
My dad is Curtis.
Curtis is named after Kurt
Russell.
Kurt Russell.
Oh,
Isn't that
really?
Crazy? Yeah.
For like a couple months, my dad had a perm and a thick mustache, and we have video evidence of it. That video disappeared. My dad will not admit that he had the perm. He is trying to strike it from history.
I want to get a perm. Not really, but like I just want to know what it would look like.
What
Can we Photoshop Jarvis
Yeah.
with
Yeah, what happened?
what kind of perm?
Because when I learned that Pete Wentz was half black or a quarter black or something, and had naturally like curly hair, like kind of similar hair texture to me, I was like, so if I was frying my hair by straightening it for like 20 years, like Pete Wentz still looks great. And so I'm like, what if I had an emo hair swoop? But I don't think it would actually work for me, but at the same time.
We
You
should
look
just
like
get
Eric
you a
Andre.
wig like that.
Maybe.
So you could just, from time to time, wear it around
Get
the
into
house.
that.
And
Yeah, I
stuff.
just think my hair's too big. It's hard to like tamp down now.
Yeah, I guess I'm wig equipped.
Yeah,
Yeah,
well,
you
you
could wear a
could
wig.
get a
I
wig.
could test the wigs.
Oh,
and if
yeah,
you
that'd be
like
good.
this style, because we're brothers, biologically raised
Right,
together,
right.
according to again AO3 sometimes.
Yeah.
I'm sure. Diplo.
Sorry, I'm just.
You are like a mother ape.
He's eating all the bugs.
This is how I notice that things are wrong. Like, I'm like always like in up at his business, and then like being like something feels off.
Yeah, like a tiger mom. Diplo, what
He's
grades
like-
you getting?
Oh, he's on the
Helicopter
honor
bird.
roll.
Yeah, what the fuck is that? We saw each other yesterday. Also, we've been banking.
We did. We've been
And Tuesday.
And Tuesday. We got a lot. It's a big week. We got a lot of travel coming up and just random things. I've got a surgery coming up that I had to postpone due to getting COVID, and I don't want to go into any detail, but it required a lot of prep and like medications I had to take and like a specific diet. And I went through all of that, and then the day of, and it was like not fun. It was not fun. And then I was like, but at least it's over. And the day of, I tested positive for COVID, and I had to cancel the surgery. And now I have to do it all again at the end of this month. So that's another thing that's going to put me out of commission.
The end of this month, and then we leave. No,
Yeah.
oh, we're done. Show's over, folks.
Then we are off into the sunset. How about yourself? How you been?
I'm all right. I slept so bad. Been going to bed at an okay time. Just been sleeping really bad. I had like I don't know. I wasn't even sure if I was going to talk about it or not. I can touch on it briefly, I guess. We had a good day yesterday. Went home. Me and Katie played some Magic, and then I had like this little thing that kind of knocked me off center. And I got plenty of flaws, you know. Too hot, too rich, too funny, etc.
Sure.
But no, I mean, I have my issues, but like one thing I think usually I take pride in is like self-soothing. I'm usually able to at least in a moment of moderate stress kind of center and then maybe deal with it later, have a cry when I get home, you know, that kind of thing. And I was just at home, this small thing knocked me off center and I got so angry. Like it's been a while since I got really angry. And it wasn't about the thing or anything like that. I've just been, you know, a couple tricky years. It feels like there's this debt, this yelling debt, this smashing shit debt, where as soon as I get angry, I'm like, oh, I'm flashing back to 3 years ago. I'm pissed off about that.
Yeah.
And I realized I literally don't really know what to do with it. And I thought I was doing all the grown-up stuff. I was walking around. I talked to Katie about it. I was like, I'm going to go on a walk. I'll listen to podcasts or something. Walked for like 30 minutes, wandering around. Kind of did nothing. I'm like, wait, this should work. The rules. It's worked before. And then I got back and I just kicked my trash can to pieces. What sucks is it worked completely.
It's like those rooms that you can like break stuff in.
I know. It's just
feel like
gotta,
if it's
I gotta get to the
controlled-
room.
Yeah, I was gonna say if it's like controlled and there's no risk to your physical well-being or anyone else's, then like that can be that's a totally valid like
Yeah, I had that on ice for like a couple of years now, and I don't really know what changed. It's been a perfectly nice week. Nothing about the day. I mean, I was tired. But
I'll have that sometimes where I'll just like wake up and have a thought and then like just start crying, or like listen to a song that like reminds me of a long forgotten time.
Yeah.
And then I'll just sob and weep.
Well, the sense memory stuff it can be so annoying because you're not ready for it. You walk into a bakery and it's like, wait, this is the exact smell of bread that happened on that day.
Ooh,
you're like,
yeah.
I didn't know you had this bread.
I've definitely had those where you don't know that you even have a memory of something, and then
I couldn't even say what that bread smells like, but I know it smells like the time I was in a car collision or something. Like it stays in the back of your head. I have that with Hades. Game I love, but and we've been obsessed with the soundtrack of, but I got into that game and listened to the soundtrack most at a very negative time. Darkest during COVID kind of time. And I had this went through the whole game. I listened to the soundtrack pretty consistently, but the final boss music, for some reason, it kind of starts somber. And even talking about it is like making me choke up. There is something like very stunning is the wrong word. But yeah, like just like I paused every time I go like, oh, whoa.
Yeah.
Hey,
Yeah.
I'm gonna take a break. Now I'm back into it. I've acclimatized, but it is like the smell of bread. And I'm only making it to the boss 1 out of every 3 runs.
Right.
So I forget. I pay for 2 hours, turn up. He's like, boy. And it plays a little bit of music on fucking hell.
I remember when I finished Breath of the Wild, I cried.
At the experience or like reflective of?
I don't know.
It's the nostalgia of some games, even implied nostalgia, the Zelda-ness of something.
Oh, dude, it was like the orchestral version of the theme that played.
I got that with Mario Odyssey.
Yeah.
It's just so bold. Like,
it's just like hits you in the nostalgia, but then also there's like a climactic kind of resolution that's happening, and I'm like, oh, you didn't have to do all that.
It's like it kind of it's just too much. It's not sad, bad, good, whatever.
It's like overwhelming, yeah.
It is like oh, I took double Adderall. I'm just like, I think I've mentioned on the fast. Sometimes I used to eat so much Five Guys after work that I would cry. like I would eat it so fast that part of it was recreating the sensation of choking up because I ate too fast.
That's very funny.
And I would literally be watching just like the most innocuous TV show, just some like Love Island or whatever. I was like, it was tears from eating too fast, and then my body rewrote that as like, you're crying from the dark.
From the dark.
The rage.
Right before we started, I think this morning, I got a DM on Discord, and it was like Christmas Day. I'm going to need you, Jacob, to go to Tom Macdonald's Twitter.
Oh, it's his homepage.
Scroll down.
Oh, no way.
Wait. Yeah, here it is. The tweet, July 14th. Trump got shot. I fired back. You missed by Tom Macdonald.
Oh. Is this directed to the dead guy? I don't think the diss track works.
I don't know. It's very like self-congratulatory to me to just be like, I fired back.
At who?
America.
Who's he shooting at?
All right, what is this going to be? Does he know that the shooter was a Republican?
He killed the shooter.
I shot back immediately. Like a quick draw?
I will say I have seen this video, and I think he doesn't know what he's talking about.
Oh, really?
What that now? That's
I'm
saying
not
a lot.
surprised that Jacob has seen this video. Actually,
Is it?
I know you were joking that it was Jacob's homepage, but I feel like the other day Jacob said he was watching a Tom Macdonald live stream.
I'm not.
I opened YouTube, and it recommended me Tom Macdonald's live stream.
I'm gonna just quickly guess the reason it's like he doesn't know what he's talking about is it's just autopilot where he's like, the libs on the left are scared of what I got to say. I'm not gonna say it today, but when I did, they didn't like it. Nothing specific, but they hate me for something. Don't know what, but they do.
Yeah.
Not because I'm bad at rap. Hibbity hibbity hoo.
And then we're gonna go over to YouTube and we're gonna see I'm a 73-year-old veteran.
I'm 190 years old and
I
served
don't
enough.
normally listen to rap music, but you have struck a chord, Mr. Macdonald. My nephew showed me your song.
I'm a 17,000-year-old lich. And I can't get enough of this hippie hop.
I am a past pharaoh in ancient Egypt.
Tutankhamun here. Absolute heater.
Yeah.
He really shot back. I didn't know what a gun was, but I'm psyched to learn that this guy has one. The events that took place yesterday are a horrifying example of political extremism in America.
Which is true.
And gun. It's also gun.
Yeah. By the way, we don't have a take where it's like Trump getting shot was good or anything like that. It's this is more about Tom Macdonald, like his propensity to exploit a divisive moment in the world. But maybe he's not doing that, so I want to give him the benefit of the doubt.
Maybe this is actually about the events taking place that are a horrible example of political extremism in America.
Yeah. Okay.
Burning the country down with their progressiveness. It started with changing what gender is, then graduate.
Whoa. He is assuming a lot about.
When did this come
he's
out?
just doing his normal thing.
Exactly, he's just on autopilot.
Yeah.
It's like when they do like a sway freestyle and they're just doing like, I got money and
It's like when
I'm
you-
cool and my car's nice.
It's like when somebody says, type the word they and then let your keyboard finish the rest of the sentence.
They
And then-
won't find my nurse in the pantry. Like, oh, that's interesting. Started with gender. What did?
Yeah. Well, no, because that's the thing. It's like the guy. Like, this is just a fact of the matter. Is the guy was a registered Republican. So
I mean, yeah. Well, let's get into it. But it is so funny to just immediately validate exactly what.
it's such a funny swing to me.
by it.
It's a funny swing that he's like so confident that it's going to come out that the shooter is like the opposite political affiliation.
Dude, Lee
and
Har-
not just like a crazy person.
There's this year. It's like Lee Harvey Oswald's part of the Rainbow Mafia, dude.
Yeah,
he was
yeah.
just he was such a lib. It must be tiring, I feel like, for the portal for every thought you have to always be this. It
is the lens through which he views everything. that happens.
everything's a nail, you know?
Yeah, it's like everything started with people changing their gender.
Friggin' gender. And yeah, it all began with this damn divisiveness when people said, hey, I don't really align with my assigned at birth gender identity. You don't need to say anything about it. I'm just letting you know I'm going to go and live my life. That was them
Why are
taking
you
the first
forcing
shot.
this on me?
Stop telling me stuff. Now I have to fight.
I have to make a rap about this. Dude, wait. This is like when my mom tells me to go to my room. But no, you don't understand. I need Eminem to see this so that he understands what he's becoming.
Be careful. Marshall.
Wait, but didn't he just say at the beginning, he was like, it all started with trans people, and then he's like, but I thought you guys cared about like treating people as people. And it's like,
Wait, sorry. No, wait. The one that I am is the good.
He's so
Whoever's
confusing.
listening, you're right.
he's so confusing to me. He's also talking about Twitter like it's sane individuals.
like it matters. It's like
Yeah.
this is what like broke Ricky Gervais's brain. He has a special it's the one. It's like the one where he takes a huge downturn, and it's this. I remember it was a number of years ago at this point. But one of the biggest segments of it is him on his big screen in the background pulling up tweets that bothered him. Ugh. And you're like, oh, buddy, you're so rich.
I
Just
feel like-
go, don't have a phone.
I feel like if the stakes of those tweets are really low, then it's fine. Because I love to like rant about a silly tweet from now and again. But like if it's if he's taking real issue with the tweet,
Yeah, he's not even doing jokes. He's just like, and this is so stupid.
Yeah,
Okay.
they're so dumb. And look at their profile; they don't even have followers.
I'm not upset. I'm actually laughing about it.
Kicks a trash can. And he's
Welcome-
Canadian again. Well, I just have to point that out.
You're right. Famous
Landed the
cowards.
free home of the brave.
Thank God the left can't aim. Why can't we just shoot straight?
Oh, wow! I have bad news, Tom Macdonald.
Oopsie daisy. What?
Bad
The left
news
can't
about
aim?
that.
Well, not only was this guy a registered Republican and missed, he was so bad at aiming he didn't get onto the. Oh, yeah.
Is there like, oh yeah, maybe he was registered Republican, but the liberal media brainwashed him or whatever.
Well, the day before he did it, he watched a modern episode of Rick and Morty, and it made him gay.
Yeah.
He drank a Bud Light, and it turned him into a shooter.
Because I've seen other people, again, this is just like the internet, so
Yeah.
who cares? But I've seen other people post stuff on some posts online that are like, he was actually he was liberal.
Okay.
And it's like,
oh, touche.
why are you trying so hard to spin it this way?
Yeah, he allegedly there was something on the news. The FBI, I think, said that he was also looking at Joe Biden speaking dates, and it just so happened that the Trump one was like closest to him soonest.
Why is this? And I don't even want to say our representative because I'm not a Biden Democrat, which is what he's talking about because he doesn't understand that there's like a strata of belief because as soon as you hit center to center right, you just already don't like trans people and that's all you fucking care about. It's all you talk about. Are we not allowed to just have crazy people? Can we just let's all get together and have this one weird guy with no real political affiliation who was just deranged?
Yeah.
That's fine.
Yeah.
I don't know. Dude, I don't claim him. You can have him.
We don't exactly know his motivation or whatever, but like, have we not had shooters constantly in America forever? Why do they think this is that different?
This is just the as far as like things that we should be taking lessons from, it is not this guy who was an incomprehensible goal, did not write a manifesto, anything like that, versus, I don't know, well, not to be overly depressing about it, but this country is full of constant shootings that should be more than enough.
Yeah.
I mean, isn't the thesis of he has to do the political angle because the only other angle is like, hey, seems like a bad idea that we've got guns all the time and that the guy could do this at a rally with security.
I've seen memes that we're gonna, because he was wearing a gun YouTuber's merch. People were memeing that we're gonna have shirt control before we have gun control.
Yeah, no Gildan t-shirts.
Yeah.
You know?
Y'all are going insane, bitch, you missed. There's no one else you can blame.
What do you think the odds are that he does the Trump fist?
At the end of the video or something.
I'm not a math guy. What's more than 100?
He's gonna have like a little bandage on his ear, like at the RNC.
And then fade into Trump's mugshot. Dude, Trump's doing I realized that in that mugshot, he's doing the exact opposite of the dream reveal.
Yeah, he's showing me
The enemy.
People say trust the science, but it never made sense to me.
Why would you?
That's just you.
That's an issue.
Yeah.
It's a concern. Science as a topic.
And then
Do you mean books?
and then he said, "Why would I trust the enemy? Like he's an enemy of science."
Science is the enemy.
Dude, he has to go back.
The Amish don't even care that much about science.
Yeah, didn't you see the Amish basketball game? There was a
They have
bunch
a wooden ball.
No, dude, it was like a team of Amish people came to like play pickup on a court, and they just like cooked the people there.
They were
yeah.
pooping in wool slacks.
That's what I was gonna ask.
suspenders.
There's a shot of this Amish dude doing a fadeaway, and he's got a shooting sleeve on. It's the craziest thing in the world.
So
We
much.
have to
Yeah.
show this.
That's so much better than Tom Macdonald trying to pursue his dream. Doing the thing he's worked on his entire life. He's worse at that than these guys are at b-ball.
Look at his shooting
God
sleeve.
damn, bro.
And like sweet jump
All the
shot.
replies are like his form is perfect.
He has a 15-foot vertical.
the most like reply is like this proves he has a TV.
Yeah.
Go to the next photo.
He's reading like old papyrus scrolls with tips.
Oh yeah, look at that. Hooping
His
in
beard.
pants, dude. That's awesome.
The Amish do operate on like that rule where you meet the tiniest.
Wait, look, there it is. If they did a step back, they have a TV.
Is that an actual clip of it? It's another Amish dude cooking.
Ooh.
Oh my god!
It almost feels like one of those videos where someone dresses up as a grandpa and he's like a pro.
Wait,
Jackass
do you know Uncle Drew?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
Isn't
you're
that Kyrie?
It's Kyrie.
Yeah.
They made a movie
Dressing.
with him.
Yeah.
That's weird.
Yeah.
I guess Ted Lasso was that in a way. It's an ad that became a.
All right.
true.
Well, let's get back to Tom.
Millions of people are hooked on amphetamines. They're making billions on untested remedies. Borders are open to people with felonies. Biden can't stop them. He don't have the energy.
Wait a second. Borders are open to people with felonies. Isn't it a felony? Like, how could you? Hold on.
But also the felonies. What? Do you know what I mean? It's like
Yeah, what?
The thing.
Well, that's like the Donald Trump. Like, they're not sending their best. They're sending like murderers and stuff.
the rude.
Which is you know, not.
Well, the
Anyone
felony
who's
he's
gone
talking
through the
about-
immigration process knows how hard it is.
Yeah.
Look, this fictional felony is illegally crossing the border. Like, that's what he's talking about. Like, they're entering, in the moment they've entered, maybe. They weren't a felon when their foot went over the line. They're a felon because, they had a wrong amount of melanin.
A felon, more like a melanin.
Yeah, misdemeanor. Who's that?
I could be meaner. I could meet Mrs. Meaner.
Like Pac-Man.
Like Pac-Man, like Mrs. Pac-Man. Try to
Right.
back up and back
missed.
down. Pac-Man. You
Bitch,
missed.
You missed.
Stop. Shut up. Everyone, stop it. Quick, cut this out.
Whoa.
Is he going to do it? Come on. I believe.
Oh, come on, brother. No, he's just doing the same soy face he always does at the end of these. With his social links.
Real missed opportunity.
Missed opportunity.
Dude, of course he has a Facebook go-to.
Oh, yeah, he's
Of
huge over there.
course.
All right, let's play the game. How long does it take?
Oh! Just
Here
so
we
you
go.
know, I'm 62 spiritual wife. Mom, grandma, who never downloaded music bought at iTunes until you, because you are truth, you are beautiful soul.
And you didn't sell your soul to get to the top.
Love heart that's like layered. My heart, and you have the heartbeat of this nation. Your music is the best I ever heard. Thank you for your honesty and insight. God bless you in the USA.
It's like famously not honest because the details are not true.
The best I've ever heard.
Those I've ever heard.
These are all people that are like, I don't like rap, but this is the best music I've ever heard. I'm like, maybe you like rap.
That's it's a remix of Drake's Best I Ever Had, but it's Best I Ever Heard. You the best I ever heard.
Oh.
Did I send something else? I'm trying to remember. Oh, yeah, it's about Glen Powell Summer.
Yeah.
What is this?
Well, you know Glen
This is
Powell.
business. I know Glen Powell, and I'm familiar with Summer, mainly White Boy Summer.
Well, so like Glen Powell is just having a big summer, and he's in everything. Him and
is
his
having a big summer.
Tom Cruise smile, and this clip made me laugh. The caption is, "If I was Anthony Ramos, I would just end my shit, man. No joke."
Dude, it's like that video of the alpha love guy who's like, I'll stay here with you in this hallway as long as you need
It's
me
just,
to.
I'm sure there's like an explanation for this, but it's just so funny how Anthony Ramos is just being like, "That's crazy," ha, ha, ha," and then they're just like touching each other and laughing together.
Best thing about it, they had their little, volume background, green screen background, set a twister, kind of generic. I think that was a real hay bale they had next to them for some reason. That looks like a real hay bale.
It's to add immersion.
The twister's hay.
Because when you're doing things in the what's it called from the Mandalorian, the
volume.
orb,
the volume.
the volume, yeah, yeah, it's close enough to the orb.
The orb. Mando, you
What's the
entered
dancing
orb.
one?
Oh,
Hilarious.
this is awesome. Okay, wait.
Oh my god, incredible.
Like all of the comments were just about them two and not Anthony Ramos at all.
Are y'all noticing that the show Probable Spam is often hiding things that aren't spam?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it has like no relation to it whatsoever.
Yeah.
Ooh, wait, is that the famous twister tube?
Wait,
Wait, I remember this from getting money from a
Oh, yeah.
drive-through bank.
Is it sinking?
they just get sucked into
They go,
the ether.
Oh, whoa.
What is this?
Is this supposed to simulate wind?
It's
Is that
the
what?
things they're putting in the AMCs where you stand and it just creates a wind in
They're
the
supposed
thing.
to put money in that. Haven't they ever? They just did it without the money.
Yeah, that's so weird.
No, God, you haven't seen Twister or Twisters? The famous wind.
The famous Twister wave.
Right,
Yeah.
there's the big line.
Why
Look
is
out.
nothing? There needs to be like a tiny cow figurine.
Every
flying.
time
Yeah,
there's that would be
Blackbird.
very funny, like a paper mache cow.
Yeah.
Every time there's a gust of wind, I go, "Ooh, from Twister."
Oh, unless it's the new wind is from the sequel.
Oh yeah,
The
because
new
it's
wind's
like
from
that's
Twisters.
like even the nature is like derivative now because we already had wind,
Yeah,
and now they're doing wind again, dude.
What about wind in a tube?
Now they're calling it winds.
Winds.
When gender.
Can we watch June Squibb? I just love. She's
She
an
has something to
actress
say
and she's
about
so
this.
cute.
Oh,
Hey, Glen Powell, you think it's your summer? I can kick your ass.
And I think that's the last word on Glen Powell
I
summer.
think he's cooked it on that one
Yeah,
more or
I
less.
think we.
It's actually June Squibb summer.
Yeah. Sorry,
it's
Pal,
June
you
Squibb
missed.
summer now.
Glenn, you missed. I find him very charming.
Oh, I have no problem with him.
I haven't.
Unless I should.
No, no, I don't know.
Or what's with the? I kind of feel like I had a more of a transformative experience with Austin Butler. I found Austin Butler very charming.
Sure.
Though I've seen more, I guess, with Austin Butler where I've got to appreciate his work. Glen Powell, I just haven't seen.
I
that
saw
much.
Top Gun.
One criticism of Glen Powell is that he's kind of a blank.
He's all aura. There's nothing behind the aura. It's only.
He
the
does
aura.
seem genuinely charming, like when he talks to people. Like
Well,
they seem
and in
charmed
his
by
movies.
him. Or is it just he's attractive? That's always the thing.
The hotness out. Yeah.
It's like, is it just are they charming or just hot?
But you know, he's like not my type at all.
Yeah.
And I still think like I've liked some of his movies.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
he's got a charm.
But he's disgusting. He's hideous. He's
I thought
absolutely
in that
repellent.
interview when he was making the jokes that Daisy Edgar Jones were laughing at, I was like, okay, she's laughing a little hard, but these are like charming little jokes. He's like, you're gonna take my cholesterol medicine. She's you're so funny.
That's from when you're older. Yes.
That's like June Squibb takes that. And then June Squibb was like, hold my what's an old person drink?
A life alert drink.
Ensure.
Hold my Ensure.
Hold my Ensure.
What's like an alcoholic drink that old people drink?
Ooh, a gin and tonic.
Hold my Malort. Hold my Malort.
Sir, my lord.
I've gotta cook his ass.
Man, I don't know which incredibly old person I like more between her and Tom McDonald.
Can she be president?
Well, these days.
Yeah, hold on. DNC.
Hey,
Word on the street is they're
don't be
picking a
rude.
new one. So, do you know Sticker Mule? It's like a custom sticker website.
Right, yeah. It's
I ordered
like
from
in
them-
a Redbubble way? Or it's
Great
you make
question.
things with it.
You can make your own stickers.
You have to upload your own design.
Yeah.
I don't have to do anything, Jacob.
No, you have to. You must. We all must.
They make T-shirts too. It's like custom ink. Do you remember that one?
Yeah,
Yes,
I remember
yeah.
Custom Ink because they would also do mugs.
Yeah, I made a calendar with it for Brigham that was a picture of my face getting closer and closer every month, and I signed it.
How close do you eventually get?
It's about here. It's the center of my eye.
So, Sticker Mule sent out an email recently about a promotion. Donald Trump was shot. This is a sticker website.
What?
Donald Trump was shot. I don't care what your political views are, but the hate for Trump and his supporters have gone too far. People are terrified to admit they support Trump. I've been scared myself. Americans shouldn't live in fear. I support Trump. Many at Sticker Mule do. Many at Sticker Mule also support Biden. The political hate needs to stop. Hopefully, this email helps. By the way, this week, get one shirt for $4. Normally
Only
$19. I suggest buying one that shows you support Trump. The more
they'd be making one to show you support Trump.
the more people realize that millions of kind-hearted, compassionate people support Trump, the sooner the hate will end. Awesome people all over the world love Trump. Don't limit your friendships and diminish your happiness by indulging in political hate. Vocalize your support. Stop the hate. And it's from the co-founder Anthony of Sticker Mule.
Oh, of the Constantino heir to the throne.
Istanbul, not Constantino.
Anthony. Oh wow.
They tweeted a similar thing too and added a couple lines about how a bullet almost killed Trump. He's got 5 kids. One still is a teenager. No one should have to die and sacrifice the happiness of the family to like.
What happened to the sale?
Hold on. These things are not like objectionable, really. Like whatever, you're entitled to your own opinion. It's just that they sent it out in the same like email list that they're sending out promotional emails.
Hey, you can buy
So
a
the fact that
t-shirt.
he goes, by the way, get a T-shirt for $4 this week.
It's
Also
even
the-
formatting weird for a corporate email. It's like off the dome. It was like, oh, and t-shirts are on sale, by the way,
Yeah.
before I forget.
I like that he was like, "Hope this helps. We're gonna help solve political strife in America."
Peace
I
and
do
me.
like the idea that they're like, what can I do to help? And he goes, my email list.
$4 T-shirt.
I know. Start sprinting to the server, trying to
Is
figure out how to
he-
make the prices lower.
Is he running the Twitter or is like the whole company like...
Wait.
Well, he did say some people at Sticker
Wait,
Mule
go up a
support
little bit,
Biden.
tiny bit, like one more. Oh wow, yeah, he's arguing. That
It's
rocks.
funny because like I'm of the mind that like the Sticker Mule's entitled to do this. You know, it's like who the fuck cares? It's just funny. I'm actually not trying to say that a company, because I think people will be making that argument. Like a company should never involve.
Oh,
I
yeah.
mean, it's gonna alienate the people that work for you. It can make their workplace environment feel hostile or whatever. And there's lots of reasons that politics is not often discussed heavily in the workplace.
They're as culpable as anyone is as far as what you say. It's if you say it as a company, you're just 10 times more culpable because it's not just you.
Yeah, and so it's just very funny that the sticker company of all companies just went hella political.
To be fair, I mean, I'm sure their bumper sticker range, that's probably half the revenue. You know,
Yeah.
someone buying like, I'd rather have my big old balls fall off than vote for Joe. If you want to stop the political divide, why are you then encouraging people to buy t-shirts?
Yeah,
Like,
it's like so weird to just be like and support Trump, and it's like
maybe buy a shirt with Melania on it and says, this is my real, and then like the N-word or something.
yeah, it's like Trump has been so dangerous and damaging for so many like marginalized groups, and so it feels very weird that like this take on violence, like January 6th happened, and Sticker Mule didn't send an email about how the violence needs to stop. You know what I mean?
Also, like he was a huge part of the sort of like wave of Asian hate that happened while he was in office.
Yeah, there was the Muslim ban, there was the Jordan can't enter the country ban.
Even him saying the China virus, like
Yeah. We don't
you
need to
know.
litigate that Trump has done horrible things. It's just, and then also like Joe Biden is like a corpse.
It is a corpse that is advocating for and abetting a genocide. There is
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's like, it's not like this is a left versus right thing.
This is the issue with because there is no left in this scenario.
Yeah,
There's just
But
yeah.
it's just funny that this sticker promotion email it diminishes it down to just like, let's be nice. people.
it is one of the most childish type of brands. Like, yeah, I'm here. There's like Monsanto, Blackwater, and Sticker Mule working together to solve the political divide. I'm like, what do you make? We have a sticker that says, I'd rather be cranking my hog and watching
Than walking my
reality
dog.
TV. I'm like, it's
we make that
$4 this month, so I don't know, maybe get one with Biden dead on it or something. I don't know.
Get one with Nancy Pelosi's office.
An open drawer with a turd in it.
I just think that like it's like a little bit more cut and dry that it was like an assassination attempt, but like what was January 6th? like people were
If you're going to pretend that either of these things are like indicative of something bigger than just like people being insane.
Yeah, exactly. And that was there's like a single actor, as far as we know, who's just a crazy person. But anyway, it's like not even about like we're kind of fucked when it comes to like American politics.
Unless
at least in the like at least in the presidency.
As a certain someone runs.
You can't. We gotta get Mr. Beast in. We gotta get Jimmy Beast.
That's right, we gotta age him up.
Jimmy Beast, we gotta age him up. I've used AI to show what Mr. Beast would look like at 35.
Grandpa Beast.
It's the same.
Yeah, it's same
He's
style,
turned
same
into
mode.
a chocolate bar.
Hey, what's going on? I got 50 grandkids. They're all mine. And 50
What's up?
grand.
I found 100 boys and 100 girls, and I forced them to vote for me.
Oh, dude, I'm still just laughing to myself. I'd rather be cranking my hog. Walking my dog.
Yeah, a guy who loves masturbating and hates walking his dog.
I don't know. I want a goon. I don't want to walk my dog right now.
I mean, yeah, it's just all the stuff that's made about Trump could be made about the countless number of like families who've been separated. You know, it's just like there's just so much.
Why no interest in that conversation?
Yeah.
Because ultimately,
'Cause it's team
those aren't
sports.
people like I'm people, is like the philosophy.
Yeah.
Like, well, they're like a statistic and yeah, I feel sad or whatever, but like it's not fair when I'm not allowed to go to my Thanksgiving dinner with my friends or whatever.
Yeah, I remember when we almost had you back in the country 2 years ago or 3 years ago, and then Trump banned everyone with your visa from entering the country on some. What even was that? What was even the reason? It was like some bullshit.
Yeah, it was. Well, it's they shut down all the embassy interviews for it, so I got the approval to be reviewed. but you have to go in person to the embassy.
But that was but there was the H-1B ban thing.
Yeah, it
where
was-
like H-1B's gonna come.
It was H1Bs were banned because he thinks they're brown. That is
Yeah.
That's
why.
the thing is
It was like
just didn't. He was like to protect the country.
He was
There
like,
no
too
actual
many
reason.
brown people are coming in with Jordan's visa.
to
And he
work
was
in
like,
specialty occupations.
He actually
Yeah.
saw a picture of you and he said too ugly.
And he
so
looked at
all
my.
of them.
He kept looking back at my name and being like, "Cope, that's white." Jordan, that's
this doesn't
white.
make sense.
Wait, I don't understand. Like Michael Jordan? Wait, but is he tan or?
We have an alternative business if you want to.
If you want to make the crank in my hog.
If you want to make the crank in my hog sticker, there's a. All the homies are now using Sticker Junkie, not sponsored.
I'd rather be whacking my schlong than not getting along.
One of our competitors decided that he did not want the business of a whole bunch of his clients anymore. And not only do they not want the business, they don't want the business of the people that I most want the business of.
Hey, this is also a business. It's also capitalism. Hey,
At least it seems as genuine as it can be.
Until we have a milkshake duck situation with Sticker Junkie, where they send out an email about how
It turns out
you've got to support pooping in the River Seine or whatever.
Well, it's like
Is that the river in
In
France?
Paris.
Yeah, in Paris.
it was. Now it's a sewer.
Yeah.
Now it's called the sewer Seine.
Did you see the mayor swam in the river?
No,
Wait,
really?
is there video of it?
I think there's a video of it.
Okay, do they look like
Did
a
they
swamp
step
monster?
down after getting pink eye?
Wasn't clear whether this event here today,
That's
where the
amazing.
Paris mayor and I and a bunch of other
CNN reporter goes swimming in the Seine after a $1.5 billion cleanup.
Yes.
That is so much poo-poo.
And I'm pretty
So
sure
much.
that cleanup was before they retested it and found poop. I'm pretty sure that the $1.5 billion cleanup didn't clean enough.
I don't think you ever can get all the poop out.
And that's why if you buy a shirt this week, brown shirts are $4.
Don't test them.
It's the dive into the Seine River that Paris's mayor has been dreaming
Put your
about
goggles on.
to show
Put the goggles on,
Close your
lady.
mouth.
This is amazing. We worked
Close your mouth swimming in
a lot
any
and very
river.
hard for that very lucky and happy day.
Happy because the Seine will
Oh,
be the
don't
centerpiece
do a
of
front
the Paris
crawl with your
Olympics.
face right in there.
Less than 2 weeks from now,
Whoa,
opening
those boats are really
ceremonies
fast.
will be hosted on the river
Whoa.
for the first time.
Whoa.
But there have been
France
concerns
is high
about
speed.
athletes competing in the water. The river's so
Ew.
cold.
Ew.
Was banned
Why is
for
it doing
more
that
than a
wobbly?
century,
It looked like
with
an
only a
animation.
few exceptions.
Oh, badass.
Determined to make it safe again for the Olympics, cleanup
That's what she
efforts
should wear.
began over 9
Full
years
scuba.
ago, costing
Oh,
$1.5
9 years
billion.
ago.
Cleanups began
It included
9
a
years
giant
ago.
under-
You think
Okay.
he's gonna win shitting in the river Olympic?
Oh yeah.
level.
When you
Gold
it's,
medal.
it's cheating by if you shit in the river because it propels you forward.
That's
Yeah,
because
it's like
boats
a
are so
jet ski.
fast. Dude, why? It is funny that they are doing so much water-related stuff. I mean, maybe ice those ones this year, you know? Maybe pause them a little
You
bit.
can't. You can't.
Shift them over.
Okay. Well, that was fun.
And that's sad, boys.
That's a sad boys.
Hey, Anthony Cantatino here.
Hey.
Hey, I made a t-shirt where
Istanbul,
Tom's dick is huge.
Constantino.
And Buzz got small ass.
Anthony Constantino.
If anybody wants, but the fun doesn't stop here.
True.
If you'd like to, you can get more of the Sad Boys, and you can tell it's getting near the end of the show because we're starting to enter the posture that we do in the final.
Where we're like
stretch.
lying down fully on our backs. Here's a screen cap of the episode we did while we were just lying down on the couch.
And that is a Patreon exclusive along with 71 other.
Yeah,
Patreon exclusive
including
episodes.
the episode where I talk about what happened when someone I made a video about confronted me in real life. That was a recent episode.
and embarrass themselves.
Episode 69, I think it was. Or was it episode 70? Episode 70, I think it was.
Just got done doing 69s, fellas.
We just got done doing 69. You got to rephrase that.
It's patreon.com/sadboys.
Head on over.
Boyz Nightz,
Or don't.
$5. Discretionary entertainment spending.
Exactly. Don't
feel
spend anything you don't have. Don't worry about it.
I feel obliged. The money goes towards supporting the show and paying the folks, and maybe I spent a little bit of my money on magic. What long we have?
Maybe I spent a lot of it of my
$50 here
money
or
on
there.
Magic,
I don't know
yeah.
what to tell you. All right, much love, everybody. Thanks for listening. We end every episode of Sad Boys
With a particular phrase.
We love you.
And we're sorry. Boom.
Boom.
Have you ever played Fortnite? This is so unrelated.
A little bit, yeah.
Not
for years.
I've never played Fortnite, and then I played for the first time this week.
Chad,
Did you love it?
I enjoyed it. Chad taught me. It was funny because I'm level 1, and like I'm just like, and they are for sure putting me against bots and babies.
Right, yeah.
But was I kicking those babies' butt?
Oh, that baby looked like a chump.
But I did get 3 victory royales in a row.
Dub's a dub.
A dub's a dub, baby.
Gucci girl, how you doing? How you moving, girl? Moving, girl. How's your day looking? That future girl, yeah, we on now. Take my money, go away, all you want it.
Girl, too rich for me.